Montana's 2021 legislature may be over, but the work has just begun on one of its biggest tasks, distributing more than $1.5 billion of federal COVID relief funds. Purposes for the money are outlined in federal and state law, but spending details will be decided by Governor Gianforte and 4 new created state commissions. In this first of a 2-part series on federal COVID relief money in Montana, let's take a look at how it's supposed to work. All told, Montana is getting about $2.7 billion from the American Rescue Plan, the COVID relief bill passed by congressional Democrats and signed by President Biden in March. More than $1 billion of those dollars are going directly to specific entities like schools or local governments to spend as directed by federal law. But the state has more discretion on how to spend at least $1.6 billion as outlined by the legislature in these areas. For infrastructure, almost $900 million, including $275 million to expand high-speed internet access across Montana. For healthcare and human service programs, about $380 million for things like vaccines, contact tracing, mental health, and child care. For housing assistance, $210 million. And for something called economic transformation and stabilization, $150 million. The 4 commissions created by the legislature will focus on infrastructure projects, high-speed internet build-out, human service proposals, and economic transformation spending, which includes housing. Governor Gianforte has appointed his state ag director and former state senator Mike Foster to oversee the effort.
Not only are we going to address some of the health care concerns of Montanans, but also we will use this money for long-term benefit to help the people of the state and our state economy.
The commissions, which start meeting this week, will take applications for the whole range of projects eligible for the money. Details on the process also are on the state's newly created American Rescue Plan website at www.arpa.mt.gov. Each commission has at least 6 legislators, 4 Republicans and 2 Democrats, and 3 members from Gianforte's staff or cabinet. They'll examine applications and recommend projects to Gianforte, who makes the final call. House Minority Leader Kim Abbott of Helena says Democrats are on board with the plan's overall goals.
I want to avoid short-term fixes that don't have a long-term economic impact to the extent possible.
She's on the Economic Transformation Commission and hopes one of its priorities will be child care.
I think it's one of the biggest barriers to folks getting back into the workforce. You know, if people can't get consistent schedules and they don't have access to consistent child care, they can't be in the workforce.
And local governments see the infrastructure cash as a once-in-a-generation opportunity to pay for badly needed improvements to water and sewer systems.
There's a huge backlog of projects. This money will be put to good use to upgrade clean water systems throughout the entire state.
Applications on those projects must be in by July 15th. Everything's on a pretty tight schedule, at least for making the initial decisions on many of the projects.
Even though it's a huge challenge, we're working hard and fast to get it done the right way and in such a way that the people will look at it very positively.
One other thing, the state must follow federal guidelines, which are still coming out, and the feds plan to audit some of the spending. Of course, these dollars aren't the only federal COVID relief money flowing into the state. Tomorrow, we'll take a closer look at where some of that other money has gone. At the Capitol, Mike Dennison, MTN News.